Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I know this is very bad video quality, or probably not as good video quality as most of my videos are, but that's because I wanted to talk about a mini YouTube starter kit that a lot of you probably may want to get if you want to start a YouTube channel for not that much money. And I'm using this kit right now, so like just a lamp right in front of me along with this camera and a mini tripod. So this is the Saturday right after Black Friday, and this camera was on sale for like $50 at Target, and I'm talking about it because I think it would be like a camera that someone could get when they are like first starting off on YouTube and they want something that can take pictures, vlog, because it has a back and a front screen, and it can go underwater, it's freeze proof and dust proof. So I think that's actually a pretty good deal for it only being $50. And the video is okay. It does look way better than it does on the screen, and it says that it can shoot in 4K, 1080p and 4K, but the 4K isn't really 4K. Like, I'm sure it is filmed in 4K, but it doesn't look any crisper than 1080p. And you can also use Wi-Fi to transfer images and videos to your phone, which is really cool. But the weird part is that I looked on YouTube and there's no reviews for this camera. I looked on Amazon, couldn't find this camera, and the only store that I've found that sells this camera is Target. Not even on the Polaroid website, not on the Polaroid page on Amazon, legit just Target. And on the packaging it did say like copyrighted 2020, so it's probably like a very recent camera. But the weird thing is that like whenever I looked up the camera name, it would take me to the Polaroid website, but I couldn't find the page for this specific camera. So I think that this camera is mainly like an action camera because it has a rubber, like, sort of like, I don't know, shock thing. And the microphone isn't great, but considering most people will be recording underwater, since this is an action camera, I think it's okay as long as you try to speak clearly. It only uses micro SD cards, and for most people that'll be okay. Basically what I mean by this like beginning YouTube kit is this camera, a mini SD card for it, along with the mini tripod that I'm using right now. The micro SD card was like $30 something, the camera was $50, and the tripod was $15, so that's like $95 not including tax. And I think that this would be something that like most people, or at least most kids, would probably ask for when looking up like, or asking for like a camera and tripod for like their birthday or Christmas. And it's really funny how like there are so many cameras out there meant for kids that are so much worse than this Polaroid camera when they're usually around the same price. Like this has 2 screens, it's waterproof, it's dust proof, and it comes with like a mount to mount it on like a bicycle or a helmet or like a surfboard or something. So that is really cool. Also, I think this camera will be dying soon. You can only use like one screen at a time, but I really only assumed that, and it's hard to tell what it chooses to focus. Like I see no like square around my face to show that it detects my face at all, and I think that the background, for me, at least how it looks anyways, it's actually pretty sharp, so I'm assuming that it just keeps the whole frame in focus instead of having to use autofocus. And it says on the packaging and on the Target description that the sensor is 18 megapixels, but it's hard to tell if that is actually the case. It came in this lovely blue color, and someone is calling me. Oh, it's my mom, I gotta go. The video kind of looks like from an like probably what an iPhone 4 would have looked like, which I think is okay for, well, I mean, it is a $50 camera, but I was thinking of using it as a vlogging camera, but considering how muffled the microphone sounds to me, I think I'll probably just use my phone for that, and I'll use this little camera if I want to vlog with something really small, like not my phone and not my normal camera. And if I want to get like action shots of things, like if I'm on a, I don't know, snowboard or something. Buddy, say hi. Say hi, my little baby. He's like, what is this thing? What is it? He wants to sniff it. Anyone wanting to start a YouTube channel, I would highly recommend this. Of course, you could always use your phone or something, but for kids who probably like don't have a phone or like tablet to use other than their parents, then I think this is a good deal, because, you know, not that, I mean, definitely not expensive for a camera at all, mini tripod, and I feel like as long as you stay clear, like don't really stutter in a video and don't take long pauses, then you really don't have to edit things. I feel like all you really need to do is cut things in like iMovie. And honestly, this setup is really minimalist compared to what I normally film with, which is like a ton of things, when all you really need to film with this thing is like a lamp, tripod, camera, and micro SD card. Wow, buddy. I do think that the camera films in 30 frames per second, but it doesn't say anything ever about the frame rate, so I'm not really sure. I'm checking the Target page right now. And I assume that this is like a fairly new product. I just find it really weird that you can only buy it at Target, and Polaroid doesn't even have it on their own website. So now that the deal is not like going on with Black Friday at Target anymore, no, it's $60. Okay, it has reviews on the Target thing, so I find it weird that it wouldn't have it, that no one would talk about it on, you know, YouTube. The battery life is okay. I mean, it's not great. It's definitely not the best battery life. I feel like all cameras don't have great battery life, but I feel like for a small camera like this one, considering it only uses one screen at a time, I think it's okay. The screens are, they're small, but it's a small camera, and the colors that the camera records are pretty flat, but I'd say that overall the image quality, as long as you have good lighting, it'll probably look okay. And also, video takes up not that much storage, which I really like, because then most people probably won't have to spend a ton of money on an SD card with a ton of storage. I think that the blue is the only color that they have currently available, but yeah. So in conclusion, I think for anyone looking for like a really cheap vlog camera, if they don't have like a phone or something and they want to start a vlog channel, I feel like this is good, because it's a camera, it has a front screen, and you could be like, ooh, woo. Honestly, I really kind of find it hilarious how tiny this camera is, and if I actually went out to vlog with it, maybe people wouldn't judge me, but I really hope people won't judge others for using tiny cameras like this, because it's honestly really cute. And I think that if I was going someplace special that normally doesn't, like, you know, it'd be weird if I showed up with my normal camera, I feel like this would be the perfect thing to bring with me. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this mini review, probably the first ever review of this camera, because when I looked it up on YouTube, like when I looked up Polaroid action camera review, all I got were other Polaroid digital cameras, and then when I looked up the exact name of this camera, nothing showed up. It just said no results. So I'm glad that I can be the first reviewer ever of this on YouTube, because I wouldn't want someone to buy something like this expecting it to be a GoPro, when honestly it's okay for a $60 camera. but definitely not GoPro level. And I feel like anyone actually wanting GoPro level should just spend the money on an actual GoPro.